Hello, everybody. Nadia and Does. How you doing today? This is a wonderful Thursday. I got this new mic, and I'm hoping it'll work for you guys because some people have said that my volume keeps dropping through my videos. So hopefully this will stay true to form. Okay. All right. Let's get into this. Today we're going to talk about crooked Laura Trump, and I do mean that in the most sincere form. The most sincere form. I got my information from Snopes.com, who did a lot of fact checking on things that I was looking at, as well as the Florida Lawman from the MeidasTouch. I like that guy. He's pretty funny. He actually is a real lawyer, too. But anyway, I was watching Laura Trump on Charlie Kirk on, I don't know, Prayers for Satan or whatever the hell kind of network he's got there. But anyway, she was on there being interviewed, and she said, if you cheat in an election, we will find you. We will hunt you down and we will prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law. Apparently, except when it's Daddy Dearest that's doing the cheating in the election, like trying to cover up the fact that he was trying to put his weenus into Stormy Daniels and his 10-month-long affair with Karen McDougal, the Playboy bunny, and many other people, trying to cover and hush that all up 3 weeks before the election. So if that got out, he probably wouldn't have got elected. Mind you, there was a bunch of advance votes already done. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get to Laura Trump, shall we? This is Trump's daughter-in-law, who is, well, you know what? When she was dating Eric, Don Jr., the Mango Moose Knuckle, and Ivanka, because they're all petty and all little vipers, they were making fun of Laura Trump all the time. They were calling her horse face and all kinds of stuff. They didn't like her. But all of a sudden one night, old Mango Moose Knuckle is watching TV, and he sees this woman on TV, and he goes, oh, she's pretty good looking. And she started talking all these nice things about him and how great President Trump was and everything, or Donald Trump at the time, because he wasn't president, how great he was. And he looked, he went, that's Eric's wife? Yeah, he didn't even recognize her. So I guess word got back to her that they thought she was ugly because they called her horse face. Well, horses are gorgeous, I'm just saying. It's the personality that counts, you know what I mean? So anyway, yeah. So she decided that she'd go out and buy a new face so she could look like Alina Habba and Elise Stefanik and Kristi Noem and Alina Paulina Luna. Yeah, so she could go out and look like everybody else. You know, everybody wants to be an individual as long as they're lumped in with everybody else, right? So anyway, they all bought the same face for the same reason. So Trump would like them. Some of them even dropped their name so Trump would like them. Not mentioning any names, but her name is Romney Daniels, just saying. But anyway, Miss Trump was involved in a charity for rehoming wayward dogs, stray dogs, stuff like that, and getting them homes. They ran a shelter for dogs. Now, she may not have been the director or an officer, but she was the honorary co-chair. But the only reason why, in my opinion, is that she got that position is because her last name was Trump. Trading on the family name, maybe? Just saying. But anyway, she was profiting off of the name of Trump. And being honorary chair brought in more donations to the charity. Now, I'm not saying that's wrong necessarily, because there's a lot of people that would like people that are famous to come and help out with their charity to bring in more donations, because if they see somebody really rich or something and there's good perks, they will contribute. In the case this one, she was the perk. Just saying. Now, having her name profited greatly and brought in donations. They boosted the dollar amounts, but Miss Trump made sure that charity went just a little bit further. Because you see, charity begins at home, according to the Trumps. Because she made sure that all those charitable events over the last few years were all held at Mar-a-Lago. And who owns Mar-a-Lago? Excuse me, can I hear you? I bet you that would be Trump. The Trump name holds that. That's right. So you would think that being billionaires and all and wanting to do for others, you think that they would donate the time and money for a ballroom, a few waiters to pass around cold, ridiculous friggin' appetizers and stuff at a function so they could bid on these animals and get them good homes? No, not these rich bastards. They don't do anything for free. So while it wasn't illegal, in my opinion, it was highly unethical because the Mara Loco people over the years have charged this charity over $200,000 to hold their events there. That's right off the top of their profits, right? So they could help more animals. They say Laura didn't take any money, but she didn't mind getting her face out there, though, did she? Right? So the family does nothing because they have the blackest of blackest, teeny tiniest little hearts. So now, here's nepotism at the highest form. They have her now. Donald Trump made sure that she was hired as the co-chair for the RNC, which in turn makes her in charge of the keys to the vault. And who gets the money? Let me tell you. She only supplies money to the sycophant candidates that, like Daddy Dearest, are they're very convincing at telling lies that they care about him and, oh, Donald Trump's the greatest. Donald Trump's the wonderful. He's so great. He's the chosen one. Oh, we worship Donald Trump. He's going to do so much for us. You can sing that song as long as you want. Doesn't mean you're in tune. But anyway, she already said that she has to make sure, when she first got the job, that she has to make sure that every dollar goes to the grand poopot himself. Trump dumps pull-ups, right? Pull them up, Donnie. Now, since she has been co-chair, she fired everybody that works in that organization. That means all the different offices around. She got rid of, I think it was 75% of all the Latino voting offices and stuff like that. Constituency offices, she got rid of everybody. And then when she did the rehiring, she made sure that they were lifelong Republicans with a huge, well, not so much lifelong, but Republicans with a huge loyalty to you know what. Yes, that piece of shit Donald Trump. With loyal MAGA maniacs who have had to sign loyalty pledges to the Mango Moose Knuckle. Now, she was picked number one because she has no other job other than being Eric's wife and going on CNN and Newsmax and hanging out with Charlie Kirk, that fine, upstanding little shit. And her lips were sufficiently chapped enough from kissing Trump's ass. That's why she got picked. And she has the Trump name. She's family, so she's not going to do him dirty. Doesn't trust anybody but family because he knows everything that's going on, right? Right? Remember the trial? Now, the RNC controls the big purse string so that if you are Larry Hogan, who is running for a Republican Senate seat, you are shit out of luck, Larry, for any money coming your way for your Republican campaign because you said out loud some things that weren't so nice about Trump. Remember COVID? When Larry Hogan and Cuomo and the governor of New Jersey, there was Massachusetts, I think there was 5 governors got together because Jared Kushner and Mike Pence said, no, you're not getting our supply. That's our supply. You have to find your own. So the 5 of them got together and they supplied their own states. And they said what they were doing was wrong and everything else. And then, while they were waiting for the verdict, Hogan got on the news again. But he said out loud to respect the judicial system, except not when the Moose Knuckles found guilty on all 34 counts in a federal fraud case and campaign finance laws. Mail-in voting is cheating. Remember those words? Mail-in voting is cheating. Mail-in votes are very dangerous, Trump said. He said that in 2016, 2018, 2020, 22. But now, Lara, in her new RNC role, is telling people to vote by mail. They sent out great big mailers. Some probably got one about 25 times a friggin' day from them, saying, let's swamp the Democrats, swamp the Liberals and all the rest of the stuff. So even after Iowa, he won the Iowa caucus, he said we have to get rid of mail-in ballots and absentee ballots because once you have mail-in, you have crooked elections. And this was just in the last 3 months. Now, Trump talked to the Brits on GB News, Great Britain News, and said anytime the mail's involved, you're going to have cheating. Did you check out who the Postmaster General is of the United States Post Office? Remember all the trouble in 2021? Who was running it and who picked him? That would be Donald Trump. Picked Louis DeJoy less. I did a video on him last year there. But yeah, he was appointed by Donald J. Trump. Why Biden keeps him around is beyond my imagination. But anyway, but now Trump says, swamp the Dems. Get those mail-in ballots and absentee ballots and vote. But Lara wants all counting to stop on election night. Now, if they're all hepped up there to have vote by mail, DeJoy fucks with the mail too much, and he doesn't care if it comes in on time. In fact, he done stuff the last election in 2020 there to make sure that the ballots were late. If the trucks were only half full, they weren't allowed to come back to the sorting station because they had to be full because we got to get this stuff done. We have to do it economy. They cut hours, like 90,000 hours. They cut so many. Oh, there goes a little squirrel. Cut so many friggin' employees and everything else. Me with the goldfish brain here. Yeah, they cut hours and everything else to purposely slow down the mail. But she wants counting done and complete on election night. That's not going to happen. It never does. Never has. So just this past March, April, and May, they were basically saying, mail-in is cursed, it's rigged. It's like in the movie The Mummy, every time you turned around, that guy was going, oh, it's a curse. Oh, it's cursed. It's cursed. Now it's rigged. That's the new song and dance, well, since 2016. And they're basically saying that mail-ins are cursed and ripe for fraud. Now, because Democrats, to avoid 10-hour lineups, weather, because it's either way too hot in the South or it's raining. Usually up here for elections, it's raining or really crappy out. So yeah, and they're not allowed to have any food or water or a chair brought to them. They avoid that by doing mail-in voting and absentee voting. Like they don't take, the Republicans aren't taking into account that all the people that work all around the globe and all the military people working all around the globe because they love the troops so much, right? You know, all those losers and suckers that Donald Trump loves. Yeah. They all vote by mail because they don't live in the country. Just saying. So, yeah, you're not allowed to do any of that, and that's just absolute insanity. So, from Laura Trump to Larry Hogan, former governor of Maryland, he was just a little red dot in a big blue state. But you know what? He was a good man. He had been a Republican. He was a good man. He looked out for everybody most of the time. So he said, while they were waiting for the verdict in Manhattan, he said, all leaders, regardless of party, must not pour fuel on the fire with more toxic partisanship. We must reaffirm what has made this nation great, the rule of law. And then Crooked Laura comes out with this. And she said, well, I'll tell you one thing. I don't support what he just said there. I think it's ridiculous. And I think anyone that is not speaking up in the face of really something that should never again see the light of day, a trial that would never have been brought against any other person aside from Donald Trump. Doesn't matter that there was over 10,800 other people that did fraudulent claims and got nailed for it and charged, convicted, and sentenced. Doesn't deserve the respect of anyone of anyone. And then anchor on CNN said, he doesn't deserve the respect of anyone. And she goes, no, he doesn't deserve the respect of anyone in the Republican Party and at this time, or of anyone in America. If that's the way he feels, it's very upsetting to hear that. And CNN said, so you're willing to cede a Republican seat in the Senate to a Democrat and not support Larry Hogan monetarily from the RNC? And she said, of course we want to win as a party, but that is a shame. It's a shame on him, and he should have thought long and hard before he said that publicly. So there you go, folks. That's what she really thinks. That's what she really thinks. So, me, that's all, folks. Wash my hands of that one. Anyway, 99 loves you. Be good, be safe. Please take care of you first. I told you it'd be a long one, please. Hope you stay till the end. Subscribe to the channel. Like me, love me, share me. Take care of you first so you can take care of somebody else. I love you so much, and let's hope this video works. Oh, I love you.